Okay, so today we're going to talk about conditional probability. So definition of conditional probability is just the probability an event will occur given that an event has already occurred. So you're given some type of information before to help you find the probability. So we've already talked about independent and dependent, but let's just go over those again. With conditional probability, it's a little different. So independent is when the event has already occurred and it does not affect the probability of a new event. And then, so if you think about that, an example could be a quarter landing on heads and a dime landing on heads. So if you think about it, those two events do not affect each other. So therefore, the formula is the probability of A given B is just the probability of A. So if we use our example over here, it's going to be the probability that the quarter is going to land on heads given the dime already landed on heads. So since the dime already landed on heads, that's obviously not going to affect the quarter landing on heads. So it's just the probability of a quarter landing on heads, which is 50%, because we can either get heads or tails. So 1 out of 2, which is going to be 50%. So dependent, that's when it depends on something. We already talked about it, but that is when the event has already occurred and it does affect the probability of the new event. So they are affecting each other. So an example of that could be passing a test and studying for a test. Even though I know some of you might not think studying for a test is going to help you pass it, they do affect each other. So we're going to use this formula right here for it. So this says the probability of A given B equals the probability of A intersect B. So if you remember from the notes before, whenever you see intersection, you're going to multiply. And then we're going to divide that all by the probability of B.